Hey everyone, it's Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations, and this is my first ever playthrough of Trials and Tribulations, and it's February 8th, Hazakure Temple main gate. I don't see Larry anywhere. Maybe we scared the poor kid away. His heart's shut tight with the number of psyche-locks. I guess I'll have to look for him now. What a thorn in my side. I love how Edgeworth is like so done already. I want to go back to the suspension bridge for now and just examine this a little bit to see if there's anything else we can find out. So this is the bridge that Wright tried to cross. Pretty reckless if you ask me. I'm amazed he survived the fall from here. I am too. Yeah, he's one lucky guy, sir. Now I see how he manages to win cases in court. Blind luck. I think dumb luck suits Wright just a bit better. Yeah. Okay, I don't think we already examined all this stuff before, but I don't know if it's like we'll find some different dialects. Some letters are wildly engraved into a rough cut boulder. Dusky Bridge. It certainly is an appropriate name. You need to get some glasses, Mr. Edgeworth. That sign says Dusty Bridge. I can see how you read it wrong, though, sir. You're the one who needs glasses, detective. Try reading it one more time. Oh, you're right. It's Dusky Bridge after all. I guess whoever wrote this made a mistake. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, I think we're not going to find as much here as I thought we would. If we need to go back, we will go back. But let's go to the courtyard then. Because we're allowed to go... So we just go to the main hall, then the courtyard. Because that seems like the main place that we can go to next at this point. February 8th, Hazakure Temple Courtyard. And this is where the murder took place, sir. Other than removing the body, we left everything else untouched. Thanks, detective. I'll just have a look around. Looks like the police are still investigating. Oh yeah, by the way, I thought I'd better ask, just to be sure. Are you really going to defend that nun Iris at the trial tomorrow? Yes, I will. I gave her my word and now I must follow through with my commitment. Well, in that case, I've got to be careful. Got to make sure I don't leak the prosecution's whole investigation. Don't worry about it, detective. Just keep your mouth closed and I think most of it will flow out on its own. You got it, sir. I'll make sure it flows out like water from a tap. Yes, you do that, detective. Just how much has your runny spout leaked over the years? Yeah, done a lot. Let's examine this place. Okay, from right to left. Let's start with these ski things. I just love skiing. Really? You don't seem like the type. Well, what about sleds? Sleds? Nah, they're a little too kiddie, you know. Messes with my hard-boiled image. What's with the silence, Mr. Edgeworth? Is the world starting to go mad? So what's interesting is that he actually asked him about does he like sledding. I feel like there is some like relationship between these two that is like friendly enough, you know, because they have gone through so many cases together in a way, you know what I mean? There's a ladder. The main gate must be just over that stone wall. Stone walls. I jumped over a few of those in my time. Most of them are good memories, but not all. Detective, perhaps someone should introduce you to the concept of paucity of words. Perhaps they should. So the sword from this gold statue, is actually the murder weapon. So that's the thing, it's still like stuck in the ground. So like what happened here? Like what happened here? Cause that's one of the things I was like wondering about for a while. It sure is. It's called a shishito, by the way. Nasty piece of work, sir. There's still some blood in it. I suppose this is the victim's blood? Yup, it's all over the blade. And speaking of all over the blade, there are fingerprints all over the hilt of the shishito too. Fingerprints? Naturally, they match the prints we got from the younger nun, the defendant. Her fingerprints are on the murder weapon? What's wrong? You're looking really solemn. Is this how it is for Wright? Is this what it's like to be a defense attorney? Pretty much. Yeah, I figured it doesn't feel really good. To be honest, it feels more like it's detrimental to your health. Now he gets it. Now he gets it. The apparent murder weapon has the victim's blood on the suspect's fingerprints, and the suspect's fingerprints on it. Oh yeah, for anyone who doesn't know what, I assume this is the way he's using it when he's talking about the paucity of words, like using words like in a certain way. I think he's using it by saying to Gumshoe you don't need to use like you need to like understand like the concept of like only like giving small amounts of information in a conversation. That could be like wrong, but like that's the way I would use paucity, I suppose. If I were using, I never use that word. That's one of the words that would never come up in anything I use. What's this? It looks like a wizard's staff. That was her staff, wasn't it? That belonged to the victim, Miss Elise Doinham. I probably got the name so wrong, but like, yeah, we're bulk recording these things. There's nothing strange or magical about it. Oh yeah? Listen, this is just between us, okay, sir? Yes? What? This is top secret stuff, don't tell anyone about this, okay? Alright. The truth is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a wizard. That's sweet, Gumshoe. That's it? That's what you wanted to tell me? That's it. This staff was made from a very strong kind of wood. What about fingerprints? Were there any on it? Just the victims. Carried by Elise Doinham? Do-X-Nim. D-O-D-O. Ooh, I'm trying to find the pun. Someone's gonna tell me the pun and I'm gonna feel really silly. The fingerprints on the sword, though. Couldn't she have fingerprints on the sword like she lives here? Like, how many times has she touched this thing? Probably 1,000,000 times in a day. If I had a big, gigantic sword like this in my courtyard, I'd walk by and, like, hold the hilt every single day just out of boredom. You know what I mean? Like, maybe that's just me, but I would do that no problem. It's a lantern. I suppose they light it at night. There's something elegant about the light of a fire. At the end of each month, I always like to relax in my room by candlelight. That's really nice, Gumshoe. That's really nice. Detective. Can you not afford to pay your electricity? Are you serious? Oh no, he keeps getting his wages cut. Pay this man more. This dude is like, I'm sorry, even if like he's a detrimental to our case sometime, like which he is, right? I feel like even with that, like he's working harder than any other detective like here in the precinct that we know of. This poor boy. Can we talk to you about anything there, Gumshoe? We can. Okay, there's much more to talk about. Let's go, victim. The victim is a famous picture book author, Miss Elise Doinham. Her entire past up until she won that writing award last year is a total mystery. It's hard to believe this is a day and age where you can still find people like that. The estimated time of death of the victim was between 10 and 11 p.m. on February 7th. Cause of death was blood loss resulting from a stab to the back by the murder weapon. The murder weapon? The victim was found skewered with a giant sword, sir. That's terrible. Yeah, but there's one strange thing. Yes? The victim's entire body was covered with bruises. The bruises are consistent with falling from a height of a 2-story building. A 2-story building? That would be about the same height as the room in front of us, correct? You're right. Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth. That just happens to be the room that Elise Doinham was staying in. So she got injured beforehand as well? Maybe she pushed out the window after she was stabbed by the sword? But that doesn't make much sense. Like, how would she get back up into her room? And I don't know. How does that work? It fell after death. So, but we were told that she saw the sword going through the way Bikini described it was as if it happened out here, and the blood is all out here too, which I guess there would be blood spatter after you got thrown out the window. So someone stabbed her and then threw her out the window? That's really crazy. That's like almost overkill. Now to the detective. Let's see if we can summarize what we've learned so far. Okay. Let's take a look at the map. According to the testimony of Sister Bikini, the head nun, right after they finished dinner, she and Maya Fey headed to the inner temple. Okay, yes, there to go. Really cool, Gumshoe. Well done. They're almost there you go. At 10 p.m. after ringing the bell for lights out, Iris went to the inner temple. I'm trying to like concentrate as much as I can on this. Gumshoe's voice just like throws me off sometimes. When she got there, Bikini had to take over while she went back to Hazakure Temple. After taking a hot bath to soothe her back, Sister Bikini witnessed a murder in the courtyard. If you want more details, you should ask Bikini yourself in the main hall. The Inner Temple, huh? I'd like some more information about that place. Let's talk about tomorrow's trial, though. The trial begins tomorrow, but who is the prosecutor? I'm pretty sure it's that Godot guy, but nobody can get a hold of him, so they're looking for a replacement. What do you mean? It's really weird. All of a sudden, no one can reach him. I wonder if the rumors are true. Maybe since Mr. Wright caught a cold and won't be defending, he just lost interest. That actually is pretty freaking interesting. Because there's this grudge clearly, or there's like determination that comes from working with Wright. I intend to appear in court in the role of defense attorney. However, I would be quite unhappy if it came out that I'm actually a prosecutor. Yeah, I can see why, but I'm not the one you have to worry about. Oh, the judge. I think the real problem is going to be that judge. Yes, he certainly would remember my face, even after such a long absence. That's why I requested another judge preside over the trial tomorrow, so if this is the last trial, right? Let's say this is the last trial. We're not going to have American judge. We're going to have Canadian judge? Canadian judge is almost worse. We've only met each other once. There's a good chance he won't remember me at all. Oh yeah, it is Canadian judge. Yeah, but what about the prosecutor? Everyone in the prosecutor's office must know you. Wouldn't it be a problem if someone there made a big stink, sir? There's no need to worry. I'll pull a few strings and arrange for a prosecutor of my own choosing. Wow, Mr. Edgeworth. I had no idea you had such a powerful string to pull. He arranged for a prosecutor of his own choosing? Well, okay, like, I'll go along with you, Edgeworth, if that's the case. The Inner Temple. What is the Inner Temple that Maya was supposedly training at? According to Bikini, it's an old building they used to for training the acolytes. It's on the other side of Dusky Bridge. The bridge that burned down, huh? Is there anything else on the other side of that bridge besides the Inner Temple? Nope, not a thing. Nothing? The other side is surrounded by cliffs on all sides. In a way, it's kind of like a little island out there. So the only thing there in the is the Inner Temple. I heard it's not the kind of place a person could survive in. Please be all right, Maya. Oh. See, the thing is, like, he does care. Like, you know, we have to, like, honestly get rid of, like, any notions of, like, previous Edgeworth in our mind. You know what I mean? It kind of all came flowing back in the last case, but, like, Edgeworth is, like... And I think, like, the biggest moment for him was in the last game when we both, like, together, worked together on the trial to convict someone. It was, like, one of my favorite moments ever. It was, like, two best friends, you know, working together in perfect unison. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff here now. Has it changed in the main hall? It has not. Has it changed with the main gate now? It has not. The only place I can think to go then, and this is something that people have been talking about to me a lot too, the only thing I can think to do now would be to go back to the detention center and see if we can find... Okay, here we go. February 8th, I was going to say the psyche-locks. February 8th, detention center visitor's room. You okay, Iris? Mr. Edgeworth. I came back because I need to ask you a few more questions if you don't mind. But I've already told you everything that I... Iris, please remember, I'm on your side. You can tell me anything. Yes, thank you. Wait, do we need to ask her a few more questions about something? We do, the Inner Temple, let's go. I just finished speaking with the head nun at Hazakure Temple. She testified very clearly as to what happened. She said she saw you stab Miss Elise, with a sword. And one other thing. She said that when Maya Fey began her training at the Inner Temple, you were there as well. What? When I spoke with you last, you claimed that you never went in the Inner Temple. And yet Sister Bikini says you met with her at the Inner Temple that very night. But I didn't go there. I didn't go to the Inner Temple last night. It looks like she's unwilling to tell me the whole truth. I wonder if I'll find the answers I'm looking for if I break those psyche-locks. That's what we're gonna have to do. Let's see if we can find out something about this. Let's go. I mean, we could try. I'm not saying it's gonna work. Since I've been handed this case, it is my duty to dig up all the answers, understand? Yes, sir. The smallest flame can sometimes bathe the case in a whole new light. In my years in court, I've never seen it happen. I've seen it happen over and over again. That's why I'm committing to searching until I have those answers. Now then, is it really true that you didn't go to the inner temple last night? Yes, I swear. You said you didn't go because you were frightened. That's right. If that's the case, then obviously the obvious question is, what were you so afraid of? Iris, I wonder, is this what frightened you so much that you couldn't even leave your own room? I forgot that she gave this to, Phoenix. Photo of Elise, weather data, detail victim staff, Elise's autopsy report. I don't know if we have a full idea of what's happening here. Yeah, I don't know if we have like a full idea completely yet of what's been... I don't know, maybe we don't have like a full idea of what's been happening here just yet. I mean, which is fine. Like, it's fine, but like... Wait... Maybe? Again, I think I'm gonna be like... I think people are saying these ones are gonna be a little bit harder as well. We can try present, like here, we're gonna lose 2 points, but let's try and present this like she was afraid of the weather. Like she's afraid of the lightning, maybe. I was thinking that we'd find like something else that would be like a threatening thing or something. Let's try this. Perhaps this is what you were afraid of. Well, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. Huh? Why is your voice trembling like that? It's just that your eyes are scaring me. Blast, I must be trying too hard to bluff. Please excuse me, I'm still not used to this role I've been assigned. No, I should apologize. Yeah, I thought it would be the weather there, but like, okay, we don't have enough yet. There are more ends of cushions in the corner of the room. What's that white piece of paper sticking out under the stack? So this time around, I feel like I did a pretty poor job of examining stuff. I think I was just so excited, but I think we found something like right away. Because we examined the other area, but we didn't examine the main hall. I guess I just probably thought that it wasn't as relevant, but... beats me. Would you mind checking that for me, Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir. Here you are, Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like an old manila envelope. What is it, Detective? This could be it. It's an ultra important clue, a super special clue. I suppose I should read it myself. It looks like a letter addressed to... Oh, so this is what it's... Okay. Tonight at 10, Heavenly Hall, unless you want your secret to be exposed. So there was a threat. This is what I was thinking I was looking for, but we didn't have it. This sounds like a blackmail letter. Nice going there, Mr. Edgeworth. Why can't I ever find clues like that? You're an ultra important prosecutor, super duper prosecutor. Well, I suppose it takes a super duper kind of dumb to miss a clue like this. They're calling me dumb! Let's see what Edgeworth thinks about this other stuff. It's an altar with a giant magmatama enshrined on it. There are lots of candles lined up on it too. You know, I haven't had a birthday party for myself in a while. Oh dude, we'll celebrate afterwards. Maybe you should blow out those candles over there and make up for that. Mr. Edgeworth, would you mind singing happy birthday to me? Stop that, cut it out. Please don't blow out the altar candles. I would have sang happy birthday, why not? Oh, it's a warmed cat box. But where are all the cats? It's called a hibachi. It's for heating the room. Oh, look at all these ancient straw frisbees. Those are a type of zabuton. Cushions called enza. Why are you giving me such a hard time, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Because learning something new might actually be a good thing for you, Detective. I suppose so. The writing on the wall. There's flowing script written everywhere on the walls. Man, I bet you have an awful nightmare if you tried to sleep in here. This is our main hall, so it's protected by a variety of magic spells and charms. They're all designed to prevent evil forces from entering. So if I slept there in the, Oogie Woogie Boogie Man wouldn't hunt me down for eternity? Alright. Does this guy think about anything other than eating and sleeping? I don't know, Maggie. Thinks about Maggie quite a bit. Okay, maybe this will help us now? Sorry, I'm supposed to move to the suspension bridge, isn't it? Yeah, sorry. Suspension bridge, and let's go back here. Let's try this again. And here's the thing, like, there's no real harm in getting stuff wrong. You know what I mean? There's no real harm in getting stuff wrong. It's the nature of things. It's gonna happen every once in a while. We can speed through this, by the way, though, because we've already asked her this stuff as well. So, it's this note then, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. Take that! Did you hear that? Take that! I found this in the main hall. It is addressed to you. Ah, that's... Well, Iris? Why are you glaring at me like that? You were scared of the blackmailer who wrote this to you. Isn't that correct? Was it the evidence or the power of my glare that broke that lock? It was the glare. It was the glare. Oh well, I don't suppose it matters either way. But... Mr. Edgeworth? Yes? I thought that letter was just someone playing a prank on me. A prank? Well, yes. After all, even if I did have a secret, there's no one to tell to that would cause me any grief. I suppose that kind of like, in a way, makes sense. But now it might cause you grief, I suppose. Unless like it's, unless it's telling Phoenix would like, maybe she might not actually like that at all. Like if we told Phoenix what happened, that could be the case. I wonder about that. Sister Bikini is like a mother to me. I would never hide anything from her. No, you may not have anything to hide under normal circumstances. However, last night was different. Because Phoenix was there. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact nature of your secret yet. However, whatever it is, there is one person you didn't want your secret told to. Just getting a... Oh man, Pearls. Look at her picture as well. Like, she takes ID photos like that as well. Very serious. She copied... Actually, she just copied Maya. That's pretty sweet. I never noticed that before. Take that. Phoenix Wright. You mean something to Wright, it seems. And I can tell he holds a special place in your heart as well. That's why you didn't want him of all people to know your deep, dark secret. Well, what do you have to say? I should have expected as much, especially from a friend of his. Oh, the blushing as well. What's up here, Iris? What's up here? Because if we're going on what we know so far, and this is like Dahlia dressed in a different way, then we're gonna have to have a conversation about, like, you know, why she's feeling different now. You know what I mean? After dinner, this letter was waiting for me in my room. As I said, I was frightened by it. What is this heavenly hall the letter mentions? It's a small mounting shack at the base of Dusky Bridge. A small shack, huh? It's more like a broken down shack that no one would ever want to go near. Where is it on this map? Also, it's right there. It's around here. To get there, you must follow a small path down from Dusky Bridge. The reality is, to get to the inner temple, I had no choice but to cross that bridge. But the thought that such a terrible criminal would be lurking at Heavenly Hall. That would be terrifying. That would be terrifying. I was so scared by the whole affair that I didn't even want to think about it. So this is the secret that you locked away in your heart. Yes. It looks as though I may have to visit this Heavenly Hall now. Maybe I'll find some sign of our mystery blackmailer. In any case, you still claim that you've never left your room last night? Yes, that's exactly right. Rang lights out bell at 10 p.m. and then was in her room until the murder was discovered. Okay. The trial starts tomorrow. I promise you, I will win. I'm going to win so that you and Phoenix can see each other again. Edgeworth! This boy! This boy! But when I do, you must promise me that you will tell him your secret. But it's pointless. Why would you say that? Because I may know who Phoenix Wright is, but he has no idea who I am. This is going to be like, I don't know, like, I feel like this case is going to be like the biggest headache and at the same time like the most emotional roller coaster we've ever been on. Really. I think it is. So I think that we're gonna have to go to Heavenly Hall as soon as possible. So let's move to the suspension bridge. And then let's move to Heavenly Hall. This is our new location. Oh my lord, Laurie said, what did you do? February 8th, Heavenly Hall. It's a nice drawing. Where is he? Where's Laurie? I know he's here. I know he's here. Or maybe he's not, but like he did draw these. And this looks fresh. Right? Like it must be fresh. Whoa. Cause like if the reason I think it's fresh is because if she was describing Heavenly Hall, she would say there's a picture of me and your man on it. You know what I mean? This must be done recently. Whoa, not much of a view down here, huh? It's still better than the view from my apartment though. Someone's here. Hide yourself, detective. Oh, why? Why does this always happen? Yeah, there's the face. Whenever I find a girl I like, they always run away. I even chased one of them to Japan. Next is going to be prison, I guess. How about calm down? Try getting into the mindset of being single for just a year. Just do it for a year. Even like 6 months. Just get into that mindset of I'm okay by myself as well. Okay? And once you get in that mindset, you'll have a way healthier relationship with women. You'll have a way healthier relationship with people in general. And you'll understand that like you're going to need your independence at the same time and other people will too. And maybe you won't come across as strong either. I'm not saying it's wrong to like girls. I'm not saying that it's wrong to want to be in a relationship. Everyone wants to be with someone. Some people don't. Some people do. It depends on the person. But Laurice, my pal, try it. Because you might find some stuff out about yourself that you like. I'll steal the detective's wallet. That'll get me locked up for sure. He's gonna go to prison for Iris. Nah, I can't do that. Someone who looks like he's down on his luck. He is down on his luck. He makes barely any money. He's just talking to himself. Shh, be quiet and listen. I knew it. I shouldn't have done that. I blew it again. Done that? What did he do, I wonder? Hey, you! Oh no, Gumshoe! What? Edgy, you dirty rat! You oaf! I'm sorry, sir. Before I knew it, I was shouting objection. And in a loud, commanding voice too. I even pointed with my finger. You've watched too many trials. I'm sorry. Gumshoe, you can leave for now if you want. Okay, Larry, the jig is up. What have you got to say for yourself? So I guess we're talking to Larry again. I guess what's with the flags as well? Like there's all different. Let's see if I can like. Okay, 1 second. Let's see if we can like get. I should know all these countries. Maybe I won't though. This is Italy, right? This is America, Japan, Switzerland, right? United Kingdom. What is this one, by the way? I'm sorry that I don't know all the flags. Please correct me if I do get them wrong. I'm not very good with flags. I know this is Canada. This is. I want to say Belgium or Spain. This is France, USA, Japan, Switzerland. Is this the Netherlands? I don't know, guys. I'm Argentina. I don't freaking know. What is this one? Is that Ireland? Is that supposed to be Ireland? Ireland's green, white, and orange. Green, white, and gold, so I guess so. And that's Korea, right? Someone correct me on all those, by the way. Maybe we should examine them while we're here anyway. What is this festive-looking ornament? It reminds me of art class in grade school. We used to have a lot of fun decorating the classroom with origami, remember? Well, Oh yeah, you were never any good at it. Really? Yeah, this guy was so bad he couldn't even fold $1, let alone a crane. Everyone tried to comfort him, but he would just sit there sobbing. Are you serious? Really, I never would have expected that. Be quiet already! I'll never forget the shame of that day. You want a crane? I can make a perfect 1/4-inch crane without a single flaw. You know, Edgy? Nothing for nothing, but a 1/4-inch crane without a single flaw is not easy. Yeah, that's quite a feat, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I think you might have walked into a trap here. It's exactly why I hate childhood friends. What is this, buddy? That's a horrible graffiti problem you got there, pal. You don't know anything, detective. This is art. It's good. It's good, I just don't know about the placement. It's an expression of my bittersweet love for Iris. Larry, do you know what the difference between graffiti and true art is? Is how the artist himself defines it, right? I should have seen that one coming. Well, if that's the case, then all of my lunchboxes are masterpieces too, pal. I mean, okay, fair enough. Let's talk to Larry. Heavenly Hall. What is this little shack anyway? Well, I just discovered it myself yesterday. And why were you down here in the first place? Come on, I'm an artist. I was looking for a good place to sketch. This is a great little place. It's artistic. It's quite cold. It's quiet. It's cold. It's got no power and it looks like it's about to collapse. Sounds like a lot like my apartment, pal. Gumshoe, we need to talk to your superiors or something. One thing's for sure. No one is likely to show up and disturb you here. So, can I get you something to drink? Some hot water, maybe? He's getting all buddy-buddy on us, sir. So let's talk about Iris. Listen to me, Edgy. You've got to do this. You got to save Iris. Why are you so sure she's innocent? Because she's cute? Watch your mouth! Anyway, I made up my mind about it. I'm going to marry that girl. Mr. Edgeworth is pretending he didn't hear you, so I'm going to ask for him. Have you already asked this girl to marry you? No, not yet, but I can tell how she feels by the look in her eyes. She's got this, I really want this man to marry me look carry me over the threshold look. Oh my god. I'm sure Nick will be surprised. He'd never imagined I could marry such a beautiful girl like that. Are you secretly in competition with Edgeworth and Phoenix? Is that your whole thing? Something tells me he would be shocked, indeed. That's why I didn't want her to do anything dangerous. I mean, what am I gonna do if she gets hurt? What is this guy trying to say? He lost me about a mile back. If we really want to know the answer to that, we're going to have to drag him onto the witness stand. On the night of the crime, come to think of it, you still haven't answered my question. Where were you and what were you doing last night? Aw man, don't you have anything else to talk about? With that kind of attitude, you'll never be a ladies' man like me. Okay, chill out with those scary eyes. I got it. If you really want to know, last night, I saw something incredible. Something incredible? Here we go with the psyche-locks again, yeah. So I'm guessing that we have to like... I don't know, we're gonna have to like, try and like find... I think at this point we have nothing else to do around this entire map. Or at least that's from my perspective, we have nothing else to do around this entire map. So we might be in a case that like... Yeah. We might be able to do this. But let's not talk about that now. Let's talk about the good old days. What do you say? Come on, I'll pour you a nice cup of hot water. Why hasn't he realized that I absolutely despise talking about the good old days, especially with him? That is true, he did say that. He did very much say that. We have a situation here where we're gonna have to like, in fact, let's do this. I don't know if we're gonna be able to break these locks very easily, but we'll definitely try our best. There's nothing else to do though, that's the problem. Alright, now you're going to tell me what you really saw that night. Whoa, you're really upset, aren't you, Edgy? Okay, I'll talk. Huh? That was a bit too easy. Yeah, anyway, it was awesome. Never seen anything like it. At around 10 o'clock last night, it started thundering. I've been sleeping, I'm not sure for how long. Suddenly, zing. The world in front of me went white. Like I'd just been slapped in the face by my old girlfriend, Naomi. And then, it was on fire. The bridge was on fire. Dusky Bridge caught on fire? Are you saying you saw it with your own eyes? Hey, what do you give me the evil eye? I'm telling the truth. There are still 3 psyche-locks remaining, yes. That means he's still trying to hide something. By the way, Larry, where were you when you saw what happened? Where you say? What do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? Just answer the question. I was in my own room, by the main hall. Where else would I be? As usual, you were as transparent as an empty jelly jar. The problem, I suspect, lies there. There? What do you mean, there? It's impossible for you to have seen lightning strike Dusky Bridge from your room. Why? Why? I suppose it would. Yeah, it for sure would. If we were going to present this, that's for sure what would happen. It would sure have been a problem. If we're going to judge it from this point of view, because like, he wouldn't be able to see anything from there. So he mustn't have been in his room at the time, or he's like lying about seeing the bridge going up in flames. Because this is the only thing that gives us an indication of where he was right at the time, because we have this, which is the photo of Elise. We have nothing else that would have given us any indication of what was going to be happening there. Yeah, let's present this. This is a map in the area. Take a look around the vicinity of Hazakure Temple. What am I looking for? I think that should be fairly obvious. The main hall is surrounded by trees, and it's impossible to see the bridge from here. What? Why didn't you tell me that before? Because you should know your story if it's true. Well, how about it? I'm sorry guys if I'm just like, in my head, I'm still thinking about Pearl. I still like, every once in a while it pops into my head like, I hope she's okay. Like, it's really dumb that like she's missing at this point. I hope we can find something out about her. How about what? Do you feel like talking now? About what? Okay. It looks like it won't be that easy after all. You leave me no choice. I'll have to move on to the next step. You weren't in your room at the temple, so where were you? You don't know I wasn't in my room? So where was Larry? And why was he there? If I read the situation up to this point correctly, the answer is fairly obvious. Very well then, let's test my theory. The place you witnessed the lightning strike, Dusky Bridge... Oh, then it's Heavenly Hall, right? Because that's the only place he could have been. The place where you saw the lightning strike was naturally Heavenly Hall. If we're going on the fact that he did see the lightning strike, which it sounds like he did, then that's the only place. Why would I be hanging out in this old shack? It's freezing cold, there's no electricity, and it could fall apart at any minute. Larry, how do you know that anyway? How do you know that there's no electricity? After all, it's not that dark yet. Uh-oh. In other words, you have just provided evidence to prove my theory. My theory that you've been, at least once in your life, have visited Heavenly Hall after sunset. I have to admit I'm impressed, Edgy. You're in a totally different league from Nick. That's nice. Now tell me, I love that he just takes the compliment, moves on. What were you doing on this cold, at this cold little shack last night? That's what you might call a fair decor. I think you mean a fair de cure? Could it be you were waiting for someone? Oh, no! You really are one scary guy, you know. I believe that last night you were waiting for this person to come meet you. Did this guy, was he the one who sent the note to Iris? Okay, so by accident, I presented the note instead of the thing, because I do think that now Larry did present the note. I was gonna end the video there, but I think that we're gonna break these psyche-locks and then we're gonna see what we can do after that. I presented the note because now I'm thinking he actually delivered the note. There's only one person you wait for in a horrible place like this, Larry. Yeah, but like my mind was like completely just locked into the idea of the note, and I presented the note. It's very silly. What can you do? I told you before, don't call me Larry. Don't call me Larry. The person you were waiting for was Iris. Oh, suddenly I feel cold all over, Edgy. No doubt because of my chilly glare. So you think I got the hots for Sister Iris, huh? Do you have some kind of evidence? You got something that proves I was waiting for her? Or are you just guessing? I think it's the note. I think you sent the note. This is where I draw the line and get the end of this, and end this ridiculous little game. Here's the evidence that proves you were waiting for Iris. It's the note, right? This is what my mind just went completely blank, guys. Not blank. You know when you like see tunnel vision almost? Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't have believed it at first, but like it kind of lines up now. He was the one waiting at Heavenly Hall. Here's your evidence. You called her to this spot with a pathetic blackmail letter. It is pretty pathetic. It is dastardly and disgusting. Give that back, you're embarrassing me. What are you doing with that anyway? That's one of the worst things you've ever done, Larry. That's not important. I misjudged you, Larry. What do you mean? Taking advantage of a woman's frailty like that? You should be ashamed of yourself. I agree. I 100% agree. Taking advantage of someone like that is very wrong. First of all, what's the top of this letter? It says salutation here. Oh my god. Well, that's what it said in the book, Letter Writing for Dummies. You're not supposed to actually write that. That's where you're supposed to write, Dear Iris. I'm so sorry. That's like really bad. To do something like that. Honestly. Guys, we're gonna end the video here. I was gonna end it before, but I feel like it's much better to end it here, and we're gonna talk about the night of the crime next. I'm probably going to the next trial. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.